For every cop, there's the case that makes you. Gives you that leg up, gets you recognized as the shining new star in the squad. The case that you solve that shows that you have the gumption, the gung-ho, the get up and go to make you stand out from your average rank-and-file patrolman. This could be the one goal.
LAPD, could you stand clear of the body, please? Has anyone called an ambulance?
We've called an ambulance and the police, but I'm afraid he's dead.
Okay, stand further back and move along. It's your choice, but make it quick, people.
Hey, Cole. You got here quick.
My beat crosses 7th Street.
Okay. You're first reporting then. We'll get a perimeter going and move the crowd on. You better see what you can find out before the homicide dicks show up. I'll be with you in a moment.
Hey, I think I see
A tope.
Everybody stay back. Let us do our job.
Vamos a ver.
Daylight. Crowded street. I've seen everything.
Es que por aquí. Arcadia. Nombre. Espera. Resguardo de plazos.
C. Galetta. Layaway receipt. Pearl earrings. Made out to Bank of Arcadia.
Vale.
All right. Yes, it's a dead person.
Ahí no me deja. Vale. ¡Huépale! Casquillos.
Shell cases. These look like 32s.
De acuerdo. ¿Cuánto? Espera. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
FN Browning. Serial number 01138.
En una armería.
Eagleson's gun store's a couple blocks from here. This guy in the crowd thinks he saw something, Cole. You better take a statement.
¿Quién? ¿El de naranja? ¿Usted?
Sir, I'm Officer Phelps. What exactly did you see?
I heard the shots. I thought it was a car backfiring. I saw a girl run into the shoe store.
Officer, please tell me what's going on.
Speak to the witness before homicide arrives, Phelps. And if you think she's lying, don't be afraid to get forceful. Verbally, of course. And don't accuse her of anything without proof. Lawyers love that shit. And if you're sure she's straight up, try the general approach.
Esto era lo complicado, tío. Porque ya digo, las expresiones faciales era como... Digo, vale, ok. Muy bien, gracias.
Can I help you, sir?
I'm Officer Phelps, miss. I'm here about the shooting. Did you know the victim?
He was my boss, Mr. Gage.
Mr. Gage's first name.
Everett.
And you are?
Galleta. Clovis Galleta.
De acuerdo, entonces. ¿Qué hacía usted? ¿Eh? Pero no me deja salir de... ¿Eh? Ah, vale, ahora. ¡Ah! Del Banco Arcadia hace galleta. Unos pendientes. Que aquí hay movida.
You think you could tell me exactly what happened, miss?
I look around the shops at lunch. I was in a store when Mr. Gage, my boss, bursts in yelling that I'm late on my lunch.
And?
We came back. I was angry. I walked in front. I heard shots. I turned and saw Mr. Gage fall.
You're lying, Miss Galetta. You know what happened and why. You're going to tell me.
There's nothing to tell. I've done nothing wrong. How can you prove different?
Resguardo... Claro, aquí hay movida, ¿eh?
Your pearl earrings, Miss Galetta. You've been paying for them for a whole year. Stop lying. And tell me what happened at the jewelry store.
Oh, God! I won't lose the earrings, will I?
You could lose your freedom, you little fool, if you don't stop obstructing a murder investigation.
Mr. Kalu. Edgar Kalu. He runs the jewelry store. He's showing me a lovely watch. Mr. Gage bursts in. Mr. Kalu gets very angry with Mr. Gage, and they start yelling at each other. Mr. Gage tells me that all of the things in the store are junk, nickel-plated, made in Japan, and yells at me to get back to work.
Then what happened?
We get back here, and I hear a loud bang. Mr. Gage clutches at his back. I hear another bang, and another, and another. Mr. Gage falls to his knees. It looked very painful.
Posibles esos datos del tiroteo.
How many shots did you hear, Miss Galetta?
It's difficult to remember. It sounded like there were so many, and they were so loud.
Es que es jodido. Aquí porque te dicen cuál es la opción, pero es que es jodido sacarlo.
I need you to concentrate, Miss Galetta. Even minor details can become important later on.
Well, there was one bang, and then another, and then three very quickly, close together. 5.
Posible sospechoso.
Which jewelry store?
Hartfield's. Broadway, between 5th and 6th.
Did you see the person who shot Mr. Gage?
Of course I did. Mr. Kalu looked very angry. He kept firing the gun. He kept pulling the trigger. He threw the gun in a bin and turned and walked away.
Miente, pero no tienes pruebas, selecciona duda. Es que, tío, tienes que saber.
You're making me angry, Miss Galetta. Is that what you want? Tell me why Mr. Kalu shot Mr. Gage.
Mr. Gage hates Jews. A lot of people do. It's not my fault if he has nice things.
Thank you for your help, ma'am. You've been very brave. We'll need you to make a formal statement about what happened to Mr. Gage.
Does that mean I can still collect my... Never mind. Yes, officer, I'll make a statement.
¿Cómo? ¿Son como puntos de habilidad? Espérate, intuición. No, pero son... Eliminar una respuesta, preguntar a la comunidad, mostrar todas las pistas. Vale. Lugares. Vamos primero a la armería. Vamos a la armería primero. Para asegurar eso.
We have the murder weapon.
And the murderer. The girl saw it all. Our killer works at a jewelry store called Hartfield's.
That's a couple of blocks from here.
You thinking what I'm thinking?
Tate, maintain the perimeter.
No, vamos a la armería primero. Armería, sí. Joder. A ver. Quitarse. Cuidado. Aunque también recuerdo que es que había como tiempo, es decir, si ahora vamos a la armería, igual el otro escapa, ¿sabes? O sea, había movida. Lo que pasa que aquí en este es muy facilito, aquí te lo dejan en plan todo súper bien. Pero ya en los casos reales, o sea, este es el cuarto chisme, que es como el tutorial. El siguiente ya va a ser un caso real. Pues en esos casos hay que estar ahí al loro, ¿eh? Hay que mirar, a ver.
Officers, what can I do you for?
Officers Phelps and Dunn, sir, Wilshire Division. We need you to trace a serial number.
Sure. What's the make and model?
FN Browning, model 1922. The serial number is 01138.
You don't say. Well, I didn't sell it. Europeans love them, but it's pretty rare you find one over here. Although I did have one in here a couple of weeks back.
Remember the owner?
Yeah. Caillou. Edgar Caillou was his name. Thing looked like it'd never been fired, but he brought it in here for cleaning anyway. Then he bought a box of cartridges and he left.
You know where we can find Mr. Caillou?
Told me he was on his lunch break. Said he worked at Hartfield's jewelry store just up on Broadway.
Thanks for your help.
Ah, esto es por si no has conseguido sacar la dirección a la chavala, no entiendo. Hogares, ahora sí que sí, vamos a la joyería. Entiendo. Está aquí al lado. Perdón.
Officer, can I interest you in a new watch?
Officer Cole Phelps, are you Edgar Caillou?
No. Mr. Caillou is out back. He said he'd lie down. I'll buzz him for you.
Son of a bitch! Go, Cole, go!
Hurry, officer! He's getting away!
Caillou, get back here!
¿Cómo? Mantén. Vale, espérate, aquí ahora. Más despejado, ¿no? ¡Cabrón!
Too late, Caillou! Stop or I will shoot! Edgar Caillou, you're under arrest for the murder of Everett Gage.
The case that makes you and the case that breaks you. The one you never solve. The one that keeps you awake at night. The case that gnaws at your guts and ruins your marriage. The case that keeps you propping up a bar as you relive the what-ifs, the might-have-beens, the half-leads, and the half-truths. The case that other cops murmur about whenever you walk past. The case you never, ever discuss.
God's mill may grind slowly, but it grinds finely, son. I hear it's you who nabbed our malefactor from the shooting yesterday.
Yes, sir.
Then tell me, Boyle, I hear you're quite the climber, a man of initiative. How would you like a chance at smiting this man with the sword of justice?
You're asking me to conduct the interview, sir?
I am, young Phelps. You've only been with us a short time, and you've assembled yourself a stellar arrest record. Not to mention the fine work you did in the war, sending heathens back to the hell they came from. But I'm curious as to whether you can turn your hand to interrogation. Takes a certain animal cunning, lad. Do you think you might be ready for that?
Yes, sir. I think I am.
Good man. You need many things for a conviction, young Phelps. A motive, opportunity, hard evidence, and best of all, a confession. If you fail in the former, you can always use a modicum of violence to obtain the latter. How are you feeling, lad?
Fine, sir.
Very good. The evidence is overwhelming. May the cat eat him and the cat be eaten by the devil. Bring me a confession, young Phelps. This is your chance. Don't fail me.
Has my lawyer arrived yet? I want to see my lawyer.
A lawyer can't help you, Mr. Kalu. You shot a man dead in cold blood. You're going to have to pay for that.
A tope. Bueno, veamos. En cualquier momento de un interrogatorio. Vale, discusión con Gage.
You followed Everett Gage and the girl back to the shoe store. You put 5 rounds in Gage's back.
Gage was a bastard. Whatever he got what was coming. But it had nothing to do with me.
Ver libreta.
You shot Gage, and we know why. We can put you at the scene.
You can't prove anything.
We know all about the argument. Miss Galetta made a statement.
You're counting on the girl? You think her testimony's gonna stand up in court?
You're going to the gas chamber, Edgar.
That Jew-hating fuck couldn't leave me alone. I had a sale. That girl was ready to buy.
Posible móvil religioso. Posible móvil religioso, ¿no? Bueno, vamos a ver qué nos dice. Muy buenas tardes. A ver la foto. Ay, mira qué bien dibujo. Efectivamente es usted. No hay duda.
Let's change the subject. You fasting for Yom Kippur, Mr. Kalu?
Yeah, let's change the subject, you going motherfucker. How about baseball?
You're not denying you're a Jew, Mr. Kalu.
This is America. It's not Germany. It's not a crime.
Some people don't like Jews, Mr. Kalu.
Yeah, and I guess you're one of them.
Gage hated Jews, didn't he, Mr. Kalu?
I don't know what you're talking about.
¿Cómo que no sabe de qué cómo que no sabe?
You're lying, Kalu. I think you lent Gage money, and he owed you payment.
I don't know what you're talking about.
¿Prestó dinero? ¿Cómo?
I'm done with you. Go flap your gums somewhere else. I want my lawyer. I've just got to keep my mouth shut and watch you run around in circles. We're done. Unless you want to keep making a schmuck of yourself.
¿Pero por qué dice que prestó? Tenía que haber dado mierda. No puedo cargar. Espérate, no puedo cargar.
Disappoint me, Cole Phelps. Get back in there and raise some lumps, boy!
Vale, es el tutorial, o sea que me da... O sea que no tengo que dejar... Vale, escúchame.
Has my lawyer arrived yet? I want to see my lawyer.
A lawyer can't help you, Mr. Kalu. You shot a man dead in cold blood.
Ah,
You're
me
going to
deja...
have to pay for that.
Empiezo otra vez de nuevo.
You followed Everett Gage and the girl back to the
Va,
shoe store.
toma dos.
5 rounds. Let's change the subject. You fasting for Yom Kippur, Mr. Kalu?
Yeah, let's change the subject.
Aquí te dan segunda oportunidad porque es tutorial. En el caso real, la has cagado, la has jodido, te jodes. ¿Sabes? Pero claro, es que, ¿por qué me saca de repente lo del dinero del... O sea, no entiendo nada. No entiendo nada. No sé de qué me habla. Esto es mentira. Y ahora...
I'm done with you. Go flap your gums somewhere else. I want my lawyer. I've just got to keep my mouth shut and watch you run around in circles. We're done. Unless you want to keep making a schmuck.
¿Pero por qué? Pero si está bien puesto.
You disappoint me, Cole Phelps.
Pero, joder, móvil religioso. Me dice que no sabe, o sea, le llama cabrón, o sea, ¿está bien hecho? Vale, creo que ya entiendo por dónde va a ir. Tercera vez que vemos esto, ¿eh? Creo que ya sé por dónde va a ir entonces. Esto, o sea, tienes que tener pruebas como muy claras y que el personaje las haya notado bien. Que esa es otra. Porque el personaje es un poquito lerdo. A ver, posible móvil religioso.
You fasting for Yom Kippur, Mr. Kalu?
Yeah, let's change the subject, you going motherfucker. How about baseball?
You're not denying you're a Jew, Mr. Kalu.
This is America. It's not Germany. It's not a crime.
Some people don't like Jews, Mr. Kalu.
Yeah, and I guess you're one of them.
Gage hated Jews, didn't he, Mr. Kalu?
I don't know what you're talking about.
No sé de qué me habla a pesar de que le acaba de llamar cabrón antisemita y la otra también. Entonces, posible móvil religioso. Posible. Así que no se sabe. Entonces... Vamos a decir duda.
You left-wing leaning parasite. You expect me to sit here and listen to your drivel?
You call me that? You sit there and you call me those names, you goddamn goy butt snatcher? You and that stup Gage!
Why did you do it, Mr. Kalu?
Gage. He's in the Chamber of Commerce. He's in with all those momsers. He blocked every proposal I ever put forward. Kike this and kike that. He's been trying to ruin my business for years.
Edgar Kalu, I'm charging you with the first-degree murder of Everett Gage. I respect your beliefs and your right to hold them. I hope for your sake the jury can commute to murder in the second degree. May God have mercy on you, sir.
Masterfully done, Officer Phelps. It is just Officer Phelps, isn't it, lad?
Yes, sir.
Then let me have a word with the Chief of Police, young Phelps. The department needs heroes. A shining, honest face the public can admire. I applaud a man with your talent for unwavering justice. Back to your duties for now, boyo. But here's a piece of advice. Get yourself 2 suits, get them pressed. You'll be needing.
Vale. Departamento, patrulla, un ascenso, prepárate para el traslado. Departamento de Policía de Los Ángeles, informe de actitud, técnica de investigación sólida, destreza con las armas, plena condición física, agudeza en el interrogatorio, apto. Pero el personaje también es gilipollas, porque tenía las putas pruebas y no las ha usado porque no le ha dado la puta gana. De acuerdo, pero a tope.
Here's your new desk, kid. You're on traffic. The hot sheet is posted here, next to the map.
What's his problem?
That's Biggs. He's an institution.
So this is what all the fuss is about. Why couldn't they build a freeway that goes past my place?
They haven't even approved the money yet, kid. The bond issue won't be till December. It'll be years before any of this will happen. Here's your new partner, Stefan Burkowski.
I've heard all about you, Phelps. You go easy on me and let me earn the odd citation, and maybe we'll get along fine.
I'm here to learn, Detective.
Oh, he's an intense one, isn't he, Mel?
Who's intense?
The newly minted detective here, Cole Phelps.
Hi, Phelps. I'll be keeping an eye on you. I could spend a little time basking in reflected glory. Make a change from busting hookers and dope fiends.
Who was that, Commander?
Roy Earl, chief detective and advice.
Do they all dress like movie stars?
Well, Roy is a movie star. And the whole of the seedy side of L.A. is his audience.
What is that supposed to mean?
Stick with me, kid. You'll find out.
And now some housekeeping. Warm Central Division welcome for Detective Cole Phelps. Some of you guys may know Phelps. He's the cop who broke the jewelry store murder. Stand up and take a bow, Phelps.
If it's all right with you,
That's
sir.
an order, Phelps.
Shh, quiet, everybody.
Phelps is one of only 2 serving LAPD officers who received the Silver Star during the war. Really gave it those lousy Japanese, eh, Phelps?
I did my best, Captain.
Why are you war heroes always so modest? I've partnered Phelps with everybody's favorite Pole, Stefan Bukowski.
Hope you like work, kid. Bukowski sure as hell doesn't.
Well, that's why we have partners, right?
Okay, can it, guys. Stick with Bukowski. He's a good cop. He knows traffic inside and out. I'm gonna start you out with 1 case. Do okay, I'll give you a couple more. You screw up, you'll be rousting vagrants and running license plates. Now get down to the PE Freight Depot, 6th and Alameda. A patrolman called in a suspicious vehicle. Signs of foul play. See what you can find out.
Come on, Phelps.
I don't care. I don't go in for letting gangsters off scot.
Está dando solo, ¿eh? Yo lo quiero dejar aquí, ahora se ha parado. Vale, pues lo vamos a dejar aquí, espero que os haya gustado, hemos hecho el tutorial y demás. Y ya continuaremos en el siguiente. No sé cómo cojones se guarda aquí, no sé si se puede guardar aquí. De todos modos, hasta aquí. Espero que os haya gustado, gracias y hasta luego.